What if the real reason people disrespect you isn't the world, isn't circumstances, isn't bad luck, but your own kindness? The very quality you were taught to value, the one you believed would earn you appreciation, gratitude, and respect, the one you thought made you a better man. But as you grew older, you learned a painful truth. You help people, they use you. You give your time, they waste it. You offer support, they take it for granted. You sacrifice yourself, and they stop valuing you. This isn't an accident. It isn't the wrong people. It's a predictable pattern. A man who is always good, always nice, always putting others ahead of himself becomes the person society quietly but consistently steps over. Why? Because people don't respect those who are convenient. People respect strength, not kindness, not softness, not self-sacrifice. Strength in behavior, strength in tone, strength in boundaries, strength in the ability to say no, strength in the way you hold yourself. A good man believes that if he gives more, does more, sacrifices more, people will appreciate him. But the real world works differently. Human psychology follows one universal law. People value what is not easily available. People respect what has boundaries. People fear losing what they do not control. And you can't be lost. You're always available. You're always ready to help. You never ask for anything back. You never stand up for yourself. You never make demands. You never walk away. You think this is kindness. People see convenience. In their eyes, you are not a man. You are a resource, a tool, a solution, a service. And the most dangerous part is this: they do it automatically. Not because they're evil, but because that's how human nature works. What's always available becomes background. What's always giving becomes expected. What never resists becomes invisible. This applies everywhere: friendships, relationships, family, work. The nice guy lives with one hidden belief: if I'm good to others, they'll be good to me. But people don't think in terms of goodness. They think in terms of benefit. If you give too much, if you have no limits, if you never enforce boundaries, if you don't stand up for yourself, people automatically place you at the bottom of the hierarchy, below respect, below authority, below influence. Machiavelli said it brilliantly: men forget the death of a father sooner than the loss of a fortune. Meaning, people care about what benefits them, not your intentions. Kindness without strength is perceived as weakness. Kindness without boundaries is perceived as desperation. Kindness without backbone is perceived as lack of value. You can be kind, you can be generous, you can be caring, but only when that kindness comes from strength, not fear. When it comes from self-respect, not insecurity. True respect begins the moment you stop being afraid to lose people who are not afraid to lose you. Kindness backed by strength creates respect. Kindness backed by weakness creates contempt. Until you understand this, your kindness will continue to be used against you. There is a dangerous illusion most men never escape from: the belief that if you behave correctly, honestly, kindly, people will automatically treat you the same way. This is a child's model of the world, and many men carry this childish expectation far into adulthood. They grow up physically. They learn to work, earn, solve problems, provide. But emotionally, socially, they remain boys. Boys who still believe that being good is the path to respect and admiration. It's not. A good man is someone who puts his own interests last, who thinks that if he's easy, flexible, always understanding, always giving, always patient, he'll earn love, respect, or loyalty. But instead, he earns pressure, expectations, and disappointment. Why? Because goodness without strength is not a virtue. It's vulnerability. A good man is a man without boundaries, without standards, without a personal code, without lines he refuses to cross. He lives with the internal command: don't upset anyone. And that command is exactly what makes him the perfect target for exploitation. Look at any successful man in business, sports, politics, leadership, relationships. Every single one of them has one thing in common. They are not convenient. They are not easily manipulated. They do not bend to pressure. They do not tolerate disrespect. They do not say yes by default. They are helpful, but only when they choose to be. Their kindness is never automatic. It has a backbone behind it. Softness without strength looks like emptiness. Kindness without standards looks like fear. Agreeableness without boundaries looks like desperation. You can be kind, but only if your kindness comes from power. You can be generous, but only if your generosity comes from abundance, not insecurity. You can be understanding, but only if your understanding doesn't require betraying yourself. But a nice guy doesn't operate from strength. He operates from fear. Fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of disapproval, fear of being alone, fear of not being enough. He was raised to believe: don't argue, don't confront, don't defend yourself, don't make people uncomfortable, don't risk losing anyone. But here is the truth. People don't respect men who avoid conflict. They respect men who can manage it. People don't value men who say yes to everything. They value men who say no strategically. People don't admire men who sacrifice themselves. They admire men who protect themselves and offer help from a position of strength. One of the biggest illusions is this: that if I give more, people will finally appreciate me. Wrong. The more you give without boundaries, the more people expect from you. The more you sacrifice, the more they take. The more you complain quietly, the less they listen. The more you try to prove your worth, the less they value it. Because kindness without limits becomes cheap. Sacrifice without standards becomes invisible. Patience without consequences becomes a signal that you can be pushed, drained, exploited. And one day, the nice guy wakes up realizing people don't hear him. People don't respect him. People don't take him seriously. People don't even notice when he's hurting. Not because he's not good enough, but because he's too good in a world that rewards balance, strength and kindness, boundaries and generosity, power and empathy. People value the man who is kind because he chooses to be, not because he's afraid not to be. A man who can help, but also walk away. A man who can give, but also enforce consequences. A man who can be understanding, but not a doormat. If you want to be respected, you must become difficult to use and easy to respect. Kindness is powerful only when paired with strength. Without strength, it becomes your downfall. People confuse ruthlessness with cruelty, but there is a huge difference. Cruelty is weakness disguised as strength. Ruthlessness is strength wrapped in self-control. And if you're a man who wants respect instead of exploitation, you must master strategic ruthlessness. The ability to be good, but never soft. Helpful, but not used. Empathetic, but never blind. Patient, but never a doormat. Most men fail right here. They tolerate. They hope. They wait for people to change. They try to explain themselves. They avoid conflict at any cost. And every time they avoid conflict, they lose respect. Why? Because without consequences, your boundaries mean nothing. If someone knows they can disrespect you without any pushback, if they know you'll simply understand, if they know you'll forgive automatically, that you'll never walk away, never confront, never call out their behavior, then they stop taking you seriously. In any social environment, family, work, relationships, friendships, people test each other. Not consciously, but instinctively. They test, how far can I push him? Will he say anything if I cross the line? Will he let this slide? Can I offload my responsibilities onto him? Can I excuse my behavior and get away with it? If you can't respond with strength when required, you lose every test. Machiavelli said it clearly. A ruler must learn how not to be good. Not because you must become evil, but because the world demands different versions of you in different situations. There are moments when kindness is wisdom, and there are moments when kindness destroys you. Strategic ruthlessness is knowing the difference. Let's break it down. When someone breaks agreements, a good guy thinks, maybe they had their reasons. He stays silent. He suppresses his frustration. He bends. A strong man says calmly, this will not happen again. If it does, our cooperation ends. No anger, no shouting, just a line. And people hear him immediately, not because he's loud, but because he's firm. When someone wastes your time, a nice guy waits, makes excuses for others and says, it's okay, don't worry. A strong man says, my time is valuable. If you don't respect it, we don't continue. After that, the person either changes or disappears. Both outcomes benefit the strong man. When someone tries emotional manipulation, a good guy bends instantly. Okay, fine, if it makes you happy. A strong man doesn't react to emotional pressure. He answers based on logic, not guilt. He responds to facts, not drama. He stays cold when others try to heat him up, and that destroys manipulation on the spot. When someone doesn't appreciate your effort, a nice guy works even harder. He thinks, if I give more, they'll finally value me. But the real rule is this: the more you give for free, the more they expect. Your efforts become invisible. A strong man withdraws his energy, and when he steps back, people suddenly see how much he used to provide. Absence reveals value. Availability hides it. When someone crosses the line with disrespect, a nice guy laughs it off, shrugs, pretends he's not bothered. A strong man looks directly and says, don't do that again. No insults, no emotional blow-up, just a clear boundary. People respect this instantly. Strategic ruthlessness is not aggression. It's not about fighting everyone. It's not about being hard all the time. It is selective strength. You are good to those who value you. You are distant from those who take you for granted. You are ruthless with those who exploit your kindness. You withdraw when someone repeatedly shows disrespect. Your actions become consistent. People learn quickly that you're not someone to manipulate, drain, or control. Because here's the truth. People don't believe your words. They believe your repeated behavior. If you say, don't do this, but tolerate it later, you lose all authority. If you say, I won't accept this, but accept it anyway, you lose respect instantly. Ruthlessness works only when it is consistent, when it is not emotional, but principled. People respect men who are capable of being cold when the situation demands it. A man whose kindness is a choice, not a weakness. That man earns respect everywhere. Emotions are energy. But for most men, emotions are not energy. They're a weakness. They do not control their emotions. Their emotions control them. And that makes them predictable, vulnerable, and easy to manipulate. A man who does not control his reactions is a puppet in the hands of anyone who knows how to push his buttons. People know exactly how to provoke him, trigger him, guilt him, pressure him, or make him lash out. But a man who controls his emotions is dangerous, not because he is aggressive, but because he does not react the way others expect him to. That is real power. Emotional control does not mean having no emotions. It means having the ability to choose when you respond, how you respond, and whether the situation deserves a response at all. Understand this: reaction is vulnerability. What controls your emotions controls you. What triggers you owns you. What you defend yourself against defines you. What you rush to respond to exposes you. So the first step to earning respect is to stop being the man who can be emotionally manipulated. Let's break down the core components of emotional control. Stop reacting impulsively. Most men behave like this. Someone offends them, they explode. Someone criticizes them, they defend themselves. Someone insults them, they respond instantly. Someone pressures them, they give in. This is reactive behavior, the weakest approach possible. It's the behavior of a child who hasn't learned to withstand a moment of discomfort. A strong man is different. His main weapon is the pause. A pause breaks manipulation. A pause disrupts the aggressor's rhythm. A pause creates psychological pressure. A pause signals strength and control. When you can stay silent for 3 seconds before answering, you become unreadable. Unreadable men cannot be controlled. Don't let people control your emotional state. Here's a rule that changes lives. If someone can shift your emotions, they are stronger than you in that moment. If one phrase can make you angry, they own you emotionally. If one comment makes you defensive, they can steer your behavior. If guilt makes you surrender, they control your decisions. If pressure makes you react, they can bend you. Emotional control is the ability to stay calm on the surface, even when someone is trying to provoke you. You feel emotions, but you don't leak them. That is strength. Calmness commands respect. In a world where everyone is reactive, a man who stays composed stands out instantly. When someone yells and you remain calm, they lose power. When someone provokes you and you don't react, their attempt collapses. When someone tries to manipulate with guilt or drama and you respond rationally, the manipulation becomes useless. Because emotions are chaos. Calmness is structure. People are naturally drawn to the one who provides structure. Emotional control means choosing your response. A strong man never reacts automatically. He always runs 3 internal steps. Step 1. What do I feel? Anger, irritation, discomfort. Step 2. Why do I feel it? Is it a provocation, a manipulation, a boundary violation? Step 3. What reaction benefits me long term? Not, what do I want to say, but what serves my interest? That's the difference between a man and a boy trapped in his impulses. Impulsive men lose battles. Strategic men win wars. Emotional control increases your social value. When you are not reactive, your presence becomes powerful. People trust calm men more. People respect calm men more. People speak carefully around calm men. People follow calm men. Because stability is rare, and what is rare becomes valuable. A man who does not crumble under pressure is seen as a leader, even if he doesn't call himself one. Your emotional state becomes your social currency. A calm mind is your most dangerous weapon. A calm mind sees options. A reactive mind sees only threats. A calm mind chooses battles. A reactive mind fights everything. A calm mind can strategize. A reactive mind self-destructs. When others lose control, the calm man becomes the most powerful one in the room. Because while they're drowning in emotion, he is thinking clearly. And clarity wins every time. Emotional control turns you into a man who cannot be manipulated, cannot be intimidated, cannot be guilted into submission. You become the one who controls situations, not the one who reacts to them. To give you a moment to absorb everything you've heard, we'll end part 1 here. But the most important insights are still ahead. Watch the continuation in part 2.